Hi, and welcome to another episode of PLA Mind and Body Works. I'm your host and instructor, Percy Lee Arrington Jr. Now, initially, I wanted to make a completely different video. I was just going to show a few different exercises that are geared toward helping maintain lower back health, functionality, and core strength and stability. But I decided to make this video instead because I need to make this video before I make that video. Let me explain. The back is really complicated. All right, it's not just one exercise or one stretch that's going to, help you to maintain the health and integrity of your back and your core. It's a series of movements, meaning exercises and stretches of different types. And also, the stretches and exercises aren't necessarily just for the back. You'll find that you have to engage your hamstrings. You'll find that you have to engage your hip flexors. You'll find that you have to engage your glutes. So, with that being said, what you're watching is a montage of me just doing a bunch of different exercises that are geared toward keeping the core and lower back healthy. Now, anyone over the age of 35 is bound to experience some type of back issues sooner or later. I was told years ago by a coworker at my first training gig that the lower back had a poor blood supply. Now, I haven't been able to find any information on that, but I always regarded that information as gospel. And the reason is, anytime you do something stressful that, may make your back sore or may make other muscle groups sore, including your back, the lower back is always the last to recover. So it made sense, but still, I haven't been able to find any information on it. But regardless of why, the lower back is tricky and the lower back is treacherous. So in order to make my job a little easier, I decided to make this video first, before I get into specifics about individual exercises and individual stretches. Okay, so right now, as you watch this video, you're just watching a myriad of different lower back orientated exercises and stretches. All of these exercises and stretches I've done myself at some point. Now, as far as I know, I've never had any major back issues. And when I say major back issues, I mean ruptured or bulging discs, as far as I know. But I've never been checked for it either. I've never experienced any shooting pains down the back or sides of my legs, but my back has bothered me from time to time. And it could be from a multitude of reasons. Honestly, I mean, at some point you need to turn your mattress over. We all need to. It could have been something residual from my 20s because as a younger man, I would carry a wallet in my back pocket. Now, of course, we've since learned that this is a horrible idea, but as a kid and as a 20-something man, I would carry my empty wallet in my back pocket. And if you sit down for long periods of time, you're literally contorting your pelvis, okay, because you're sitting with one side of your pelvis elevated while the other side of your pelvis is lowered. And it eventually catches up to you. But I was lucky. In my late 20s, the information became available that sitting with a wallet in your back pocket is a bad idea. And I was working in the fitness industry at the time. It was my first job, so I immediately followed suit and started carrying my wallet in my side pocket. I think that saved me. I have a good friend who has a pretty bad back, and I mean like shooting pains and so forth and so on. And I know for a fact that he continued to carry this exorbitantly thick wallet in his back pocket for years. You know, he would have cards with phone numbers, you know, from back when he was in the 8th grade, dead serious. He would just keep all of these cards with phone numbers and, you know, that he was never going to use, instead of just throwing it away and just keep it all in his hip pocket, you know. And his wallet was as thick as a Big Mac. And I personally think that contributed to his back issues, but that's another story. But again, as you watch this video, you're just watching a multitude of different back and back orientated exercises and stretches as well, just to kind of give yourself an idea and to give me an idea as well, because I can watch this video and say, hey, you know, maybe I should go into detail about this. Maybe I should go into detail about that exercise. But just for now, you're just watching my edited montage of different back movements. Now you're going to see everything from the farmer's walk. Maybe some of you have heard that. We have piriformis stretches. We have double crunches, which are great for spinal flexion. Back crunches, or otherwise known as Supermans. We have foam rolling, which I'm sure most of you have seen or heard of. We have hip extensions, and my favorite stretch, which is called the washing of the table, because it looks like you're washing a big table. You know, without that name, it looks really stupid. Actually, it looks stupid anyway, but trust me, it's a very effective exercise. Just a little bit of everything, you know. So eventually I will go into detail on some of these exercises and make a full video. And as a matter of fact, maybe some of you can, you know, any viewers that I have, maybe you can leave in the comments what exercises you'd like to know more about. But the back is so complicated, believe me, at some point I will get to all of them, you know, because maintaining a healthy, functional back is a big deal. You know, your core is the epicenter of your body, you know, and once your back starts to go, everything else is going to start to go. Okay, I'd like to thank you for watching another episode of PLA Mind and Body Works. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you don't need a full-scale gym in order to remain fit. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.